Hi, I'm Clay Souza. I'm a wedding portrait photographer in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and tonight I'm going to show you how I shot this image. Hi, today I'm starting a new series here at claysouzaofficial called How I Shot This Image. In this series, I'm going to be recording videos showing you how I shot a few of my images that usually images that are different in lighting or different in composition. There's something special about them, and I think this is a great way to show you what is possible, especially with lighting, using flashes, using strobes, and I'm going to break down the images. And for many of them I have behind the scenes, like this one. If you stay until the end, I'm going to show you a behind the scene, how I shot it, the behind the scene with my phone. So I'm going to be uploading videos here very regularly. So for that matter, if you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button down there, and also the bell button so you get notified every time a new video comes up. Okay, so this image was created at Shutterfest. If you don't know what Shutterfest is, it's a photography conference that happens in St. Louis, Missouri in April, and I'm one of the speakers at Shutterfest. And this was like after hours, wasn't during one of my classes, but Shutterfest allows you to gather people outside of your classes and help them with some issues. And I had some beginner flash photographers who wanted me to show them different ways of using flash and transform a scene just using flash. So I gathered a bunch of them, and we were walking around the hotel, the hosting hotel, and shooting those different images. And this is one of them. For this image, I used a Snoot. A snoot is this is a cone that creates that little a beam of light. So it's a very good way to control light. Flash and photography lighting is all about controlling light. And if you hang here until the end, you're going to see behind the scenes how I shot this image. So the model is pretty much sitting down on the ground, and I'm pointing the snoot a little bit on the wall in a way that the light gets on the wall and also on her face. And the reason I want the light to get on the wall is to show a little bit of the texture, because everything around her is so dark. I want that beam of light coming from I wanted you to see where the beam light was coming, is hitting the wall and also lighting her face. For this image, my settings were 1/200 of a second, f4.5, ISO 320, and I shot that with my 7200, my Canon 7200, at about 142 millimeters. When you're shooting with a snoot, it's very important that you nail the beam of light correctly, because the beam of light is so small, it's so easy to be, a little bit off center or a little bit higher or lower. So for that matter, what I do, I put the snoot in place, and then I use the test button on the flash. I ask my model to close her eyes so she doesn't get flashed on the face all the time, and I keep hitting the test button and changing the position of the snoot until I have light on her face. And that's exactly what we did in this image. As you can see, everything is dark. It's a very dramatic image. It's my style. It's more dramatic image like this, but the whole idea here is to transform a scene from what your eyes can see and what is possible with flash. I mean, the whole goal of this new series that we're starting with this video is to allow you to see what is possible, because your eyes see one thing, but you need to be thinking, how can I change this scene to make it more interesting, to make it different, right? So as you're gonna see on the behind the scenes, we are just on a hotel hallway shooting, so there's nothing special about that. But what's special is really the ability of controlling the light throughout the whole shooting, so to get what we want, right? So the Snoot is a great tool for that, because it really allows you to have that beam of light, and you position that on the right place, and that is a beautiful thing, because now you can control the light the way you want. So you can use a grid for that type of image. A grid would not work, because a grid would still throw a little bit of too much light, but the Snoot is a perfect tool. About flash photography, about modifiers, is really choosing the modifier that is going to do the job. So watch the behind the scenes, and if you have any questions, leave some questions here in the comments, and I will gladly answer them. And again, if you haven't done so, subscribe to this channel here. Just hit the subscribe button and also the bell button, so you know when I upload new videos. Okay,